Hey everybody, it's me Milanka again. I hope you're doing well. Today's story starts on December 7th, where Kyle decided that he was going to take all of the deer meat that he wanted made into garlic sausage, pepperettes, and breakfast sausage to the butcher shop that we use. They're absolutely amazing. So instead of taking the kids and I for a ride, he went with his brother and his dad and left us at home, which is typical, but he actually came home and helped me put the kids to bed. And then he went back to work. I don't know how much work he can actually do as an auto body worker and why he had so many long hours. He kept on stating that he wanted to pay off as much of our debt and try and get our debt down, which I never saw any change in our debt. Not once, ever, because most of my money was going to it and it still kept on being racked up by him. The following day, we ended up putting our Christmas tree up. And that was the day that one of our friends that I knew through him, because he isolated me from all of my friends and most of my family, she decided that she was done. She didn't want to be my friend anymore. And that really upset me. So we put our daughter down for a nap and I decided I needed to go for a walk. So I walked around our property for a little bit. And then, sorry, there's a plane flying above me right now. And when I got back, I decided I was going to clean up after we put up our Christmas tree. And I was taking the big bin that had our Christmas tree in it. And our house is a 4-level split. So on the main level, then there's 2 levels to get to the basement and then 1 to get up to like the bedrooms and the main bathroom. So I was carrying it down to the 1st level before the basement. And I thought I was at the last step. I apparently wasn't. And I over-rotated my foot because I went farther than I was thinking I was going to have to go because I missed 1 step. And I stepped on the side of my foot. And it hurt. All I remember is going, no! And then I somehow made it to the next set of stairs and sat down. And Kyle had heard me make that noise. So he came to check on me. And I told him, like, my foot really hurts. Like, it really hurts. I can't put pressure on my foot right now. Now, a frustrating thing that happened. So our daughter's down for a nap. He got me to the couch in our basement in the room that we called our theater room. And he decided, you know what? You watch some TV. I'm going to go to the dump. And if it's still bothering you after, then I'll take you to the hospital. I didn't like that idea, but I basically gave up on fighting for what I felt should happen because he never listened to me anyways. And he left to take garbage to the dump because that was more important than caring for his wife. And thankfully he got home just as our daughter was starting to fuss and needed to get up from her nap. And that my foot still wasn't feeling better. I had ice on it. I couldn't put any pressure on it. So I had to contact my parents to come to watch our kids, which is a half-hour drive. And they came over, they watched the kids, we went to Emerge, we sat in Emerge for several hours to find out that I had fractured my foot just below the pinky toe. So that was fun. But that led to the constant issues of Kyle not being home. The following day, he decided that he had to go to Home Depot after work and wasn't home to help me put the kids to bed. So imagine me crawling around trying to put a 3-year-old and a almost 1-year-old to bed. Wasn't easy. The following day, my sister-in-law ended up coming over to help me with the kids because, again, Kyle had to work. Again, I don't think he was actually working. On December 11th, he ended up coming home early. We had marriage counseling, so he picked me up. And we ended up picking up my boot because my family doctor had prescribed me a boot to try and hopefully walk around in. It was not easy to do for the first, I want to say, month. It was hard. It hurt. And then he went back to work after he dropped me off at home. Our son ended up waking up really early, and he started screaming the following, no, it was December 11th that day. And of course, I kind of forgot. Like, you're woken up so suddenly that you kind of forget the state of mind that you're in, or what needs to be done. All I could think about is my son needed me. And I stepped on my foot, and that really hurt. I think I might have re-injured it a little bit because of how much pain I was in. Now we're going to end our story on December 12th. Kyle ended up coming home, and he was home for dinner, which was a very rare occurrence. He helped me put the kids to bed, and after the kids were in bed, I tried to express my feelings and what I was going through, how frustrated I was, especially because I'm injured and I'm trying to care for our kids, and he's not there to help me. And that's one of the big fights that we were having in marriage counseling, was he was never home. And then he would always promise that he would change, and that would last for a day. And now I sound like a Taylor Swift song. Yeah, it would only last for a day, and then he would go right back to his normal. And while I was trying to express my feelings, Kyle got really, really mad. So he took my ice pack that I had on my foot, and he threw it. He threw it at our TV, the TV that I bought before we ended up getting together, and completely smashed the TV and the ice pack. The ice pack exploded. So the gel was everywhere. It was all over my laptop. It was all over everything. So you can imagine how hard it was and had been to have a conversation with him and try and get him to understand what I was going through, because it always resulted in a fight. And it ended up being that I just stopped fighting. I was pretty much getting to the point that I was done. But sadly, we have several more months before I made that decision. So if you want to hear more of my crazy story, press subscribe or follow. Again, I don't expect anyone to follow me. I'm just doing something for myself. I hope you stay safe and you enjoy life to the fullest, because you only have one and life is too short. Thank you so much.